Did you just arrive?
For that storm?
I did.
Leif Eriksson. Harald Sigurdsson. Why are you in Kattegat?
Come to find someone.
Det tror jag nog för stort. But English king. Then I'm sick.
Vikings. Valhalla is a powerful continuation of the Viking legacy that has captivated audiences for years. The series dives deep into the legendary Norse culture, exploring not just the bloody raids and fearsome battles, but also the human struggles, ambitions, betrayals, and triumphs that define an era where gods and destiny walked hand in hand with warriors. Set 100 years after the events of the original Vikings, this story picks up at a time when the age of exploration, conquest, and spiritual transformation was reshaping Scandinavia and beyond. The old ways are clashing with the new, and the battle for power is not only being fought with axes and swords, but also with ideals, beliefs, and loyalty. At its core, Vikings. Valhalla tells a story of transition, of men and women who are forced to define what it means to be Viking in a world where Christianity is spreading fast and pagan traditions are on the verge of fading away. The cast of Vikings. Valhalla brings these legendary figures to life with depth and intensity. Leif Eriksson, portrayed with raw strength and subtle humanity, emerges as one of the key players in this saga. Known in history as the man who reached the New World centuries before Columbus, Leif is depicted not only as a fearless explorer, but also as a man burdened by loyalty to his people and haunted by the constant weight of survival. His sister, Freydis Eriksdottir, is portrayed with fierce determination, embodying the untamed spirit of the Vikings. She represents the clash between faiths, the resilience of the old gods, and the defiance against oppression. Harald Sigurdsson, another central figure, is introduced as a bold and ambitious warrior whose hunger for glory and dreams of kingship place him on a path that intertwines with fate and blood. Alongside these characters, kings, queens, earls, and warriors of many nations fill the world with intrigue, betrayal, and shifting alliances. Every actor brings authenticity to the role, creating a world where the line between hero and villain blurs with each choice and every battle cry. The plot unfolds in sweeping arcs, beginning with tension rising between the Christian Vikings and those who still cling to the old pagan ways. This religious divide is not just personal but political, shaping alliances and fueling wars. Freydis stands as a voice of defiance for the old ways, while Harald seeks to unite people under his banner regardless of faith, embodying the tension between tradition and progress. The journey of Leif Eriksson begins humbly, yet fate pushes him toward legendary deeds, from navigating uncharted seas to leading men into war. The show paints his struggle not just as one of external conquest, but also internal turmoil, torn between his father's violent legacy and his own sense of honor. Across the seas, kings and rulers scheme, from the throne of England to the halls of Denmark and Norway. The balance of power shifts with each bloody battle and broken alliance. The plot weaves together not only Viking stories, but also the fate of nations, portraying a Europe in transition where the Vikings are no longer just raiders, but players in a greater political game. As the story progresses, battles roar across the screen in brutal detail. Longships glide through icy waters, warriors clash in the mud and blood of battlefields, and fortresses fall to the fury of the north. Yet amidst the carnage, there are moments of tenderness, love, betrayal, and sacrifice. A romance blossoms between Harald and Freydis, tested by war and ambition. Leif struggles with his role as both brother and leader, often caught between loyalty to Freydis and his duty to his men. The Christian rulers of England face threats from within and from across the seas, adding layers of suspense and unpredictability. Every episode feels like a step closer to an inevitable clash of destinies, where gods, kings, and warriors must meet their fates. The release of Vikings. Valhalla brought with it immense anticipation, as fans of the original Vikings series were eager to see how the story would continue. Announced as a Netflix production, it arrived with the promise of cinematic quality, epic scale, and a continuation worthy of the original saga. The visuals are breathtaking, blending sweeping landscapes of Scandinavia with the raw grit of medieval Europe. The authenticity of costumes, weapons, and ships immerses the viewer into a world where every detail feels pulled from history, yet infused with myth. The release was staggered across multiple seasons, with the first season laying the foundation for characters and conflicts, and subsequent seasons raising the stakes with larger battles and deeper political intrigue. Each release became an event, reigniting passion among fans of Viking lore and introducing a new generation to the legend. The trailer for Vikings Valhalla set the tone perfectly, offering glimpses of roaring battles, burning villages, and leaders standing at the edge of destiny. It teased the larger-than-life personalities at the heart of the story, showing Freydis raising her sword in defiance, Leif leading warriors through chaos, and Harald proclaiming his dreams of greatness. The trailer emphasized the clash between the old gods and the new faith, between loyalty to blood and the lure of power. The sound design combined the pounding of drums with haunting chants, giving viewers a taste of the raw energy and mythic scale awaiting them. It was more than just a preview. It was a promise that the Viking saga was far from over, and that a new generation of warriors was ready to carve their names into history.